Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We're really excited to have you here with us. Today, we're going to be exploring a forward thinking approach to activating content, enterprise content for manufacturing organizations. We're specifically going to be focusing on how your teams can deliver accurate, timely, and consistent information across every channel. So today, let's think about the time that we lose every day when we are searching for the right documents, and how many deals are delayed because of the information that wasn't aligned, and because we didn't have the correct information being passed between teams and channels. So our discussion today is going to center around this, and it's going to center around enabling both internal teams and customers with smarter access to the content, which is powered by AI, OpenSearch, and Infobip's omnichannel capabilities. Next slide. So let's begin with a few introductions here. I am Mary Kirschner. I lead customer success here at FocalCXM. I am joined by my colleague, Abdul Kadar, who serves as our technical lead. And Abdul and I are especially honored today to be joined by Yuri Fiashi. He's the Vice President of Strategic Partnerships and Go-to-Market at Infobip. Infobip is not only a valued strategic partner of ours, they're also a recognized leader in Gartner's Magic Quadrant for CPaaS, and they have a deep expertise in delivering conversational experiences at a global scale. So, Yuri, thank you so much for joining us today. So here's an overview of our agenda. We will be discussing some common challenges that manufacturers face, what we refer to as content chaos, where outdated and inconsistent or inaccessible information leads to inefficiencies and delays. Next, we're going to introduce our AI-powered solution that leverages OpenSearch and Infobip, which improves the content discovery and delivery across CMS platforms. Then we'll walk through two real-world scenarios. We have one from an independent sales rep, Jake, and the other from a perspective of a customer, Lori. And following that, we're going to demonstrate the chatbot in action and highlight the Infobip's innovation, and then we will have some Q&A on any questions and for anybody who's interested in learning more. So please add any questions that you have to the Q&A link below. And so now let's explore the real life journeys of our personas, Jake and Lori. In manufacturing organizations, teams often struggle to find the right documents at the right time, and this leads to delays, confusion, missed opportunities. And so let's look here at Jake. He is an independent sales rep, and he's preparing for a critical client meeting. His story might sound familiar. He learns about a new opportunity and wants to make a strong impression. But instead of focusing on his client, he's forced to hunt down the latest pricing and technical materials. So if we look at awareness, he remembers seeing a relevant file earlier, but can't recall where. So he checks the drives, he might check Slack threads or even emails, but all he can find are multiple versions and none are clearly marked as the most recent copy. So then he becomes frustrated. Jack's confidence starts to erode. He's thinking, I can't afford to send the wrong information to a client. And he's right, because mistakes at this stage damage trust and they cost deals. So in the discovery and delivery stage, he eventually finds the right file with the help from a colleague, but then he's lost a valuable prep time. And unfortunately, the delay means that the client has already moved on. So what we're seeing here is a common theme, valuable time wasted, momentum lost, opportunities slipping through the cracks, not because of a lack of effort, but because of disconnected systems and chaotic content management. So now let's imagine if Jake had accessed a unified solution that worked for him and not against him. This solution empowers him to find the right content at the right time and deliver it through the right channel. With our chatbot, Jake is notified as soon as the new materials are published, And he's no longer searching aimlessly. He simply opens the chatbot, types in a few keywords, and immediately receives the most recent up-to-date version. And even better, the chatbot highlights what's changed since the last version, and it could suggest client relevant content, like case studies or demo decks or anything that might be pertinent to what he's working on right now. So once he's ready, he shares those files directly with the client. He can do that via email, WhatsApp, or even, link, and with whichever tools are most appropriate for the client in the market that they're in. This client is going to be accurate, relevant, timely, and he's going to build trust and accelerate the sales cycle. Next slide, please. So our next persona is Lori. She represents a potential customer who's actively researching manufacturing products online. Lori visits a manufacturer's website and she finds a product that looks promising. She downloads the spec and begins forming her impressions of the brand. So if we look at the awareness and engagement tabs, so far her experience is fairly typical. She's engaged and interested. She continues her research, but that's where things start to break down. She turns to confusion when she receives a follow-up email from sales because the spec sheet that is included in that email is different than the one that she originally looked at. So this leads to inconsistency and causes her to question the brand's professionalism and reliability. Her erode trust, and ultimately she's not ready to move forward. She may even select another vendor altogether. So unfortunately, this is a common scenario where promising interest is lost, not because of the product itself, but because of a broken content delivery and disconnected communication between marketing and sales. So let's reimagine Lori's experience using an intelligent and unified solution, one that prioritizes clarity, speed, and trust. With our chatbot in place, Lori lands on the website and she's greeted by a digital assistant that understands what she's looking for. She immediately offers the most up-to-date spec sheet with a clear indicators of when it was last updated, and if she has a question about pricing, the technical complexity, or where to go next. So the chatbot responds instantly and accurately. And so what's more, the chatbot can follow up on all of her preferred channels. It can follow up with her on email or WhatsApp or web, and it will ensure that she always has a consistent and professional experience. So now instead of feeling confused, Lori is empowered. She has the confidence to move forward and her trust in the brand is strengthened. So just a few small shifts are going to give her, the opportunity to look at the brand and to become a revenue opportunity instead of a risk. Next slide, please. So let's take a high level view at how generative AI can activate content in the manufacturing industry. And activate is the key word here. On the left, we see Box and SharePoint, which are two common platforms where manufacturing teams store critical documentation like standard operating procedures, product manuals, training content compliance files, and much more. In the center, we highlight the Activate button because this represents a very pivotal step. Manufacturers are moving from simply storing content to activating it. They're making it discoverable, usable, and accessible in real time. So this is made possible with Gen AI, which is shown here, which is powering the transformation. By leveraging AI, we can analyze and understand complex technical documents. We can generate instant answers, personalized information delivery, and whether it's, say, on a plant floor or a supply chain team or quality control or customer interaction. And on the right, we visualize the end user experience. It's a conversational AI interface where workers can simply ask questions and get instant, accurate responses. This reduces downtime. It's going to speed up onboarding and ensures that everyone is on the right, has the right information at the right time, all while maintaining compliance and quality. So in manufacturing, efficiency and accuracy are everything. And the shift from content storage to content activation can change the way that your company operates. So now, after this high level, I'm going to pass it over to Abdul, and he will share a more technical view of how we've built the solution.
Yeah, thank you, Mary, for setting up the context for the demo. Before we deep dive into the user journey, let's first understand the basic building blocks of the solution. From this slide, you can able to see that the solution has been built around Infobip, our omnichannel solution partner, then AWS, which is a cloud service provider, and the content system. Mostly the manufacturers are hosting their content on box.com or SharePoint, which is their proprietary data or which is their knowledge base on CMS systems. And some of the manufacturers are using OneDrive or Google Drive, which is as their cloud storage solution. And the knowledge base of an organization can be in the form of the product catalogs, pricing information, or it can be presentations, webinars, or videos. And most of the times, the content is in the form of the unstructured data. Unstructured data. Okay. So let's consider FocalCXM as a manufacturer, and they are hosting their content on Box.com. So there are a couple of ways of transferring this data from Box.com to our solution. So in the first, we are going to use a full sync job where this can be run once we are onboarding the manufacturer, so that we can have we can able to process all the data that is available on the different sources at once in the form of batches, and we can able to use the AWS EC2 instance or the AWS Fargate resources in order to transfer the data from the source to the destination S3 folder. So this is one of way of transferring the data from the sources. And let's say like tomorrow the focal admin has updated some of the documents, because this most of the CMS systems are using event driven architecture, whereby you can able whatever the changes that are happening within the system, they can be triggered by using the webhooks, and you can able to get those all those contents in real time and can be stored on the S3 as well. So this is related to the incremental sync operation. So right now we are having all the data in our S3 bucket, which is acting as a data lake, which is a very cost-effective solution where we can able to store petabytes of data at lesser cost. Then we are using Amazon OpenSearch, which is basically an open source search and analytics engine. And currently, we are using OpenSearch ingestion pipeline with the AWS S3. There are a couple of ways of getting the data from AWS S3 using the pipeline onto OpenSearch, but currently we are using again the event-driven architecture on top of the S3 bucket. So this OpenSearch by using the pipeline can able to index the data for efficient storage, and at the same time we are going to get the results in a faster way. And at the same time, the OpenSearch is also acting as an observability tool, meaning that all the transactions that are happening within this OpenSearch system can be able to log in the system, and we can able to get the metrics out of it. If some manufacturer wants to have the data for any complaints or audit purposes, we can able to store that data in AWS relation database system for auditory reasons. And if needed, this RDS data can be digested to fed to QuickSight. By using QuickSight, we can able to get the reports and dashboards. And if manufacturers have the visibility into these dashboards, then they can visualize the what are the insights of the data, and they can take the informed decisions. So this is one of the one part of the solution where we are using the traditional way of storing the content from the box.com, and we can able to store them on OpenSearch, and we can able to have the predictive search on top of the OpenSearch system. And when it comes to second part of the solution, where we are giving the GenAI capabilities, where we are going to feed the content from different sources to our RAG architecture, which is nothing but the retrieval and augmented generation. Here, basically, we are using a long chain framework, which is an open source orchestration tool, which is used to feed the ingest the data and to index the data as well as to optimize the query. Okay, so let's say like when we are feeding the data to the first model, which is the test chunk. Basically, if you see videos or documents, they are in larger size, right? So what this test chunk will does is it is going to break down the large text into small manageable chunks so that the large language model can process them easily. And once these things are done, and one more thing is we are using the pixel lens changing by taking the context between the chinks so that we can able to have context between the chinks for a better performance. So these chunks are fed to embedding model. Again, embedding model will does the will take this text and form them into vectors, and these are made to form closer together so that whenever an LLM model will be sent to embedding model, they can able to understand the designs and the relevancy between the similar items, and they can able to give the relevant data out of it. And again, this fed to vector database. Again, this is specialized database which is used to index the data, store the data, and do the query on top of it to get the relevant output out of this, whatever the data that is stored on the vector database. So probably this is the RAG architecture which is used to do all this indexing and the retrieval in reality. But let's say like some user has inputted some prompt using mobile application or WhatsApp chatbot, so this query can be fed to embedding model, and again, this embedding model will you taking into the context into consideration. It is going to output a better prompt, and this better prompt will feed to vector database in order to get the correct answer, correct output, basically from the vector database. Yeah. So once this is done, so we are using AWS Bedrock LLM, which is a managed service by AWS, Amazon, AWS, which basically has large foundation models at its source. Basically, the foundation model can range from Amazon, from Meta and DeepSeek as well. And by using all those models, we can able to generate generative applications like Q&A chatbot and the text summarization. So this is how we can able to create a GenAI application out of the content what we are having, and this can be fed to the front end application so that that the real power can be visualized. Last but not least, Infobip, which is our omni-channel solution provider, they are having conversational API by which you can able to share the content across different channels like WhatsApp, online, web or SMS, etc. And they're also having the answer module by which we are able to build our own self-service WhatsApp chatbot. Yeah, so basically, whatever the architecture we have discussed, most of the thing is automated, and there are some configuration needs to be done at the CMS level and AWS level, and everything is automated so that you can say that like this solution is a no code, low code solution. And at the same time, because we are using different distributed systems, so these systems are easily can scalable, and most of the time the data that is there that is stored on different systems is encrypted, and all the data that is in flight, right, that is also encrypted. And at the same time, because we are using AWS Bedrock for our QA chatbot and summarization, and because Bedrock supports guardrails and follows the best AI practice, AI ethics, right? So we can say like this is a secure application coming out of the content sources. Okay, so with the article done, let's get back into the real demo. So I will first take the Jake user journey. Basically, Jake is an independent sales rep and he's dealing with multiple different manufacturers, and he wants to have the content always available so that he will be more productive. Okay. So for this, taking into this point into consideration, we have built one in-house application called Story Pulse Lite and Story Pulse, which is available for both Android and iOS users, and this is supports Salesforce CRM, internal teams, as well as our own Plakeless CRM, our Plakeless CRM. Okay, for in the interest of time, okay, let me share my mobile screen first. Yeah. So in the interest of time, I already logged in as Jake, and and currently Jake is representing a med device manufacturer, so he can able to see his content in this screen. Yeah. So all this is a medical device content. And if you want, let's say like this medical device manufacturer has uploaded a new device. So in order to update it with that particular device, you can able to click on this view button. And once you click on that, you can able to see the view document here. So if he's not aware of about this product, so you can go through this product and you can able to learn it. So in a way, like this application is also acting as a learning application. And at the same time, if you want to share this content with any of his distributor, in that case, you can click on share button. So once you click on that, here we are going to list out all the distributor with which Jake is working on. So we can select one of the distributor to send this document. And basically, for all these distributor, we are keeping WhatsApp as their primary channel. Okay, so once I click on send, because I gave my WhatsApp number for this particular distributor, I'm going to receive the message. Okay, I got the message here. Yeah, so this is thanks to Infobip, we can able to have the personalized message here. And if the distributor is interested in opening this application, in opening this document, he can do that as well. And he can download and he can go through the document. Yeah, let's go back to the application. Okay, let's assume another scenario where Jack is in front of the customer and customer has asked for a particular question. So he can go into the search bar and he can type into that. So I have a couple of questions already I have. So let me type in some query from the distributor. So how many unique screws active track have? Okay, this is a particular question asked by a customer. So Jen can use this Gen AI feature to get the answer out of it. So when I click on Gen AI results, so it is saying like that particular device needs 40 unique screws. Okay, and let me ask another question. What is headless compression system? Yeah, so it gave some answer. Basically, like, I want to show you one use case where the answer is not coming, and basically whatever the system we are using, right? So it is giving the answers. It is not hallucinating, and it is giving all the grounded results. So that is where, like, I want to give you one question where I will get something where the Gen says like it doesn't know the answer. Okay, so that is what I want to highlight here. But currently, it is gave some correct answer here. Okay, so so this way, Jake has the right latest content available at all times, and he can able to share this content with his distributors, and he can be productive, and so that he can close the deals much faster. So this is one use case, and let's go to Lori's journey. Basically, Lori is the end customer, and she purchased a safety product from one of the manufacturer, and she has some difficulty in understanding the product. So for that, ideally, most of the manufacturers can have a WhatsApp bot on their website. Further, they can use a QR code. So once Laurie can scan that QR code, and she can be directed to the manufacturer web page. So I already done that. So in this case, I will go into the FocalCXM manufacturer web page. So here she can able to see the template here, and she can able to click on explore content. So once she can click on explore content, here we are listing all the content that manufacturer has. So this all content is belongs to safety products. So if I want to go through this content, I can just click on this so that I can go into the details. If needed be, I can click on this document link if I want to go through it. But in general, most of these customers won't go through this document. So generally, they use the search bar here. So let me ask one question like, what are the uses of animal handling? Sorry, one second. Yeah, so this is the query from Laurie. So once she does that, so she's going to get some summarized text out of it. So yeah, this is giving some result. So she can able to go to this result and she can able to resolve her issue on her own. So this way, self-service chatbot have a lot of impact for the end users. Without contacting the manufacturer, they can able to get their queries answered directly. Yeah, this is the WhatsApp chatbot we have developed. And there is also one use case where we have developed a self-service chatbot on the web. For that, I need to share my desktop. Let me share my desktop screen. Yeah, so this is the web interface we have developed where this can be used for both internal CRM teams as well as the external user by using this what this chatbot. So this chatbot can be deployed on the manufacturer website so that they can directly go on the WhatsApp on the web chatbot and they can whatever the queries they are having that can be answered using the WhatsApp this web chatbot. Yeah, that's all. That's all I have. Team. I can hand over it to Mary.
All right. Thank you, Ashok, for the detailed explanation of how the chatbot works behind the scenes. Now, I'd really like to take some time so that we can understand from Yuri how Infobip integrates into all of this.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And first of all, congratulations because it's very hard to do any demo online. And it's amazing to see. In general, we have always some issue when you're doing online demos. Was not the case here. So very glad to see this working well. By the way, we can make questions on the Q&A. We have a button here. I saw one question already and I replied asking specifically if we can customize the chatbots AI according to the business need, according to the region. So yes, and my recommendation is always to do like this because first of all, you have a different industries, you have a different relationship and different ways to talk to your customers, right? So you can train the language of your bot according to your needs. So this is one thing that is very, very important. And this is also connected to this slide where you see why or a company like Infobip is important to be your partner. So we are everywhere, literally. We have a directly connection with carriers, but most important is our platform is everywhere. And then we are bringing together our experience on global level to help you. Just you can see some numbers here on the presentation. I can highlight some of them. Example, 2.3 billion interactions just during Black Friday. Infobip just in US has 60% of all the messaging on SMS traffic So this is just to show you how important it is to have a reliable source and someone who knows well not only the local market but as well the international one if you are expanding. We can go for the next slide, where we can quickly highlight some of the things connected to the platform that is also empowering some of the solutions that we are talking and presenting here.
Sorry to disturb you. Mary, can you present from your side? There's some issues from my side.
Okay, I'll give it a shot here.
Okay, yeah.
While we're doing that, there's another question here. Does the solution support different file types like PDFs, videos, or 3D product models?
Yes, Mary. Currently, we are supporting the PDF types, so we are in process of supporting the videos as well in near future.
Okay, and then there's a third question here. Security and compliance are major concerns for enterprises handling sensitive product and sales data. How does Infobip's omnichannel platform help maintain data security and ensure compliance while integrating with AI and CMS?
Yeah, this is a very good question. So first of all, our platform is very scalable, but at the same time secure. So we have data centers everywhere where we can be according to the regular laws. And on the compliance as well, we are always looking for to have the latest security standards as well. So we have all the certifications for that. We can mention a couple of them like ISO. We also have a HIPAA. So to us, it's very, very important to, according to the needs from enterprise customers, is actually to provide that to them. So one example, since we are talking here about AI, chatbots, one thing that we do is we develop our language in a safe environment exactly to avoid hallucinations, these problems, according to your needs. And as well, we can provide professional services over if you already have some of those solutions and you'd like just to bring and integrate it into our platform as well. So this is another option, and we can help you exactly to be compliant to your own customers.
Okay, thank you. All right, are you able to see the?
Oh yeah, perfect.
There.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So this one looks busy, but it's pretty easy to explain the one. So what we do is, if you look the bottom of the slide, you can see all the channels that you have in the market. One important thing is that I mentioned before. All these channels they are owned by Infobip. So you don't have a third parties unless you want to. So we can create this modular platform for you, but this is all in a very safe environment inside the same platform. We know going one layer up, we know that it's very, very important to have the right information, everything for your business. So CDP is also important. If you already have a CDP, we can also bring together. But if you don't, you can use it according to all behaviors that you are seeing from your customers according to the channels they are using. And then on top of that, we have some of the solutions that we can provide connected to the platform. So Moments, it's basically our code-free engagement platform where you can drag and drop, create our own flows, and we help you to extract the most. Conversations is the CCAS solution. So we help you having agents connected to your CRM, your platform, with our platform, and they can use and reply your customers through the same channels they are being reached out. And Answers is our chatbot solution connected with Gen AI. This is all connected to experience, where we help you to generate the best case for every interaction. And then we have all integrators, as you can see on the other side, and then we can help you with hyperscalers and all type of maybe hyperscaler that you are already partnering with. And we help you as well. If you are working with them on those integrations, we can create as well your product per platform on their marketplace as well and help you to manage that. So everything should be easy. We are talking about a low and no code platform. So it should be very easy you to have as well, the same as was just shown here on this webinar. We can go to the next one. And on the next slide shows that we don't in general, we are very humble in general, but we are very proud to be recognized for the market, our potential and how our platform is among all the top ones. So we have all the leaders very known in the market, and Infobip is in the middle, recognized by like Gartner, IDC, Fast Company, some others. So here we are, and happy to help. Thank you, Mary.
Oh, sure. Well, thank you so much. Okay, so are there, Abdul, can you see if there's any other questions that have come through?
No, Mary. We have
Oh,
answered. We have answered.
okay, wonderful. All right, well, thank you so much, Yuri and Abdul, for joining us today, and thank you for spending this time and helping us understand how these solutions can give our customers the right information at the right time in the right place. We're looking forward to working with manufacturers, but also this solution can really transcend to any other industry. We were just focusing on some of the problems that we've seen in the manufacturing industry right now, but would love to delve into this more, and we'll keep updating everybody as we continue this journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Yuri. Thank you, Mary. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.